33 years is a long time, but the shock of prices is real. Kevin's explanation sort of explains how we all feel. And that's 33 years ago. But let's just talk about the same groceries bought in January of 2020 cost $20 more in October of this year, $15.56 more if we go through the receipt. And people aren't happy about it. So much so that it could sway the elections in 2024. NewsNation Decision Desk HQ polling, inflation is the biggest concern facing voters today, way more than unemployment, immigration, or crime. With us now, Leland Vittert, host of MIT's Data Science podcast, and Scott Tranter, director of data science for Decision Desk HQ. Great to be in Alabama, University of Alabama, beautiful, beautiful set. Scott, picking up on what David Bossie was talking about, yeah, people are upset about inflation. It's one thing to talk about what people are angry about. To win their votes, do you have to give them something to be excited about?
Yeah, no, you've got to give them something excited about for change. I mean, in inflation, you can do both. You can say, hey, look, this is bad for the economy, this is bad for you, but I can do something about gas prices, or I can do something about grocery prices. It can be both sides, and I think that's what one of these candidates is going to have to do, because you know what? Inflation is a bipartisan issue. Not only do Republicans think it's the #1 issue, so do independents and so do Democrats.
All right. Stay with you for 1 second on this. The one polling question that I know you always look at, this person, this candidate cares about people like me. At least in the past 3 debates that I've watched, speaking to that poll question seems to be sorely lacking.
Yeah. No, a lot of these candidates are looking to get the soundbite, whether it's, you know, Donald Duck or whether it's going after what someone's footwear is. They're doing less about building themselves up or at least making themselves more likable. I think that's largely to do with, you know, the front runner who doesn't look like they're going to be at the debate tomorrow isn't there, so they're jockeying for second. But yeah, there's not a whole lot of making these candidates likable amongst themselves or the electorate.
Yeah, in speaking to the Chinese shining city on the hill that we all aspire to, Liberty, the survey of 2,100 Americans aged 18 to 29, professor at Washington University, among other schools, who's going to be a better job, do a better job on a variety of issues: the Israel-Hamas war, climate change, gun violence, Ukraine, crime and public safety. Who wins is neither.
Well, here's what needs to happen. Young people, it's very easy to get them to vote against something. It's going to be very easy to get them to vote against Biden. But trying to get them to vote for something, as both of you guys said, one of these 4 people needs to convince them that they are going to do a better job at these things than Trump. And good luck with that.
When you say good luck with doing a better job than Trump, is that because you can have the old, are you better off now or than you were 4 years ago?
Exactly. And people feel like the economy was better 4 years ago. People feel like things were way better under Trump. And really, it's going to become a question of whether it's your heart or your mind, right? Do they dislike Trump more than they like money in their pocketbooks or perceived money in their pocketbooks?
How much, Scott, is this strategy by Trump of not showing up to the debates helping him in that even though he doesn't necessarily like it, when he's out of the news cycle, he does better?
Yeah, he does better. I mean, look, in our most recent national poll that we did together with NewsNation, he's sitting there with, you know, 60% of the the Republican vote. You know, if he was going to lose anything, we would have seen it the last 2 or 3 times. So we should see that strategy not work, but it has been working, and it looks like he's probably going to continue out. One other point, you know, you bring out inspiration for some of these candidates. We've seen it since 2016. Usually the Democratic nominee and the Republican nominee have had underwater approval ratings. We saw that in our most recent poll here. Both Joe Biden has an underwater approval rating, and so does President Trump. The voters are looking for someone they can be inspired by and they can at least like from a majority standpoint. We haven't seen that in a while.
Real quick, Liberty, which do you think is a bigger problem facing America? Inflation, unemployment, immigration, and crime. Is inflation becoming a proxy simply for how I feel about the economy in the same way education became a proxy for Glenn Youngkin going after racial issues and trans issues in schools?
Absolutely. We've seen it time and time again. That is what we mean by the economy. It's how people feel when they go, when Kevin McAllister goes and buys groceries. I did not steal $20 from you when we were kids, but
if I had $20, you would have stolen it from me.
But it's how you feel when you leave the grocery store and people feel poor, and that is what they see as the economy, regardless of how any economist wants to describe the economy.
The dollar menu is not the dollar menu anymore. It's just killing me. Yeah.
This is serious. This is a serious grievance you have.
It
You
is.
brought this
It
up
is.
before. All right. It'll be a lot of fun to watch the next couple of days with you guys and get some of the polling back and some of the issues that matter most. We'll talk to you soon. 24 hours away from News Nation's debate, moderated by our own Elizabeth Vargas, Sirius XM Megyn Kelly, Elliot and Johnson of the Washington Free Beacon, 8 p.m. Eastern tomorrow night. Chris Cuomo and I bring you the pregame show. It's kind of like an SEC battle out here at 6 p.m.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.